Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Welcome to Forget Work, Watch Films with your hosts, Tony Howe, Thomas Connors, and Robert Connors.
Welcome everyone to Forget Work, Watch Films. It's not just a clever title, it's the way we live our lives. Right now we're going to forget about work, we're just going to discuss films. It's Friday night, how are you guys doing?
Feeling very good, looking forward to the weekend.
You know, I was thinking about the title. It's not just a title, it's like a mantra, innit? It's like something you should live by. Don't you think?
What? So what's it? See, the good thing is now, we all now work Monday to Friday.
You love that.
So,
right?
what I'm saying is, so Friday night then becomes, forget work, watch film. So Friday night, just relax, stick a film on.
Or a soothing podcast.
TGI, yeah. What Tony's alluding to is me and him both recently escaped retail. Like, after years, so now we've got 9 to 5 jobs and we can really forget about work, especially on a weekend. So it's episode 21 now. 21 episodes in, 21 deep. I want you to try and think of any films that you can with 21 in the title, and then I'll reveal a little list I've got at the end.
21 and over, boom, straight away.
Is that a film?
Yeah. I actually talked about it last week on
I don't
my
remember
podcast.
But if any pop in your head, just say them at any point, because I was like say.
What was that one?
I'm going to reveal them right at the end.
21 Aces or something. I know
21
Smoking Aces.
21 Jump Street.
Oh, I've got one straight away. So, like I say, I'll reveal those at the end of the episode. I've got nowhere else to start but Bad Boys for Life. We went to see it on Sunday afternoon. We were going to see it on Saturday, but it sold out. So we went to VIP in Cineworld Sheffield and watched it on Sunday afternoon. We got the 2:15 showing. We're nearly sold out. Let's start. Tony, your thoughts in a nutshell?
My birthday treat, and I'd just like to give a big shout out to Cineworld, because I personally think that VIP experience is brilliant. Now, there's certain things about the cinema that they try and they don't try. I'm not a fan of 4DX or this bloody new 4X,
Screen
whatever
X.
it is, Screen X. But VIP is brilliant. I know it's expensive, but as a birthday treat, it is fantastic. So I just wanted to put that out there, and I hope you guys think the same. But what did we go and see? So we went to see Bad Boys for Life.
Let me just... I suppose what I should have asked. You're a big fan of 1 and 2, aren't you?
I love 1 and 2. 2 is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Both great.
Yeah, but
We're hoping to borrow some brown sugar.
we talked about this last week, and we know about what the bits is that I don't like about 1, etc., etc. But Bad Boys for Life, we're just missing something. Really were, and I know exactly what it was, and I know you guys feel the same. I think, and I was thinking about this driving home, when you do a film, it's not just the actors. There's ingredients to a film.
Yeah.
It's the actors, the director, the script, everything combines to make a fantastic film. And take one of them massive components away, like Michael Bay. I mean, even to take it through Martin Lawrence, I mean, he was just a bit part in this film.
I quite liked him in it, but I can see why you'd have that
I
opinion.
just think there were... I mean, I ain't got a clue who these guys were who directed it. You'll have to fill me in if you know.
Do you know,
because I ain't got a clue.
I was thinking along the lines of what you're saying. You know, the first one really gives you a feeling of the Miami heat and the humidity and the grittiness and gangs, doesn't it? Second one, even more so. Like, Miami looks a dangerous place, but beautiful place. But it looks and feels like I don't know, gritty, like the scenes with the Haitians and the truck, and they're sort of sweating because it's ice. But it were too. There were a lot of glitz and glam, neon lights, cool, modern, and that looks and feels very different to the first two, I think, doesn't it?
It also felt as though they were trying to carry it on, but in a totally different way.
Yeah.
They were introducing new characters. They were introducing storylines that didn't make any sense. They were just. It was just so.
I don't. One of my New Year's resolutions was to try and be more positive, because even we're doing a podcast and I look back, I can be right miserable, and I wanted to be positive, but you know what? I didn't like it.
Do you think, and this is just how I felt, the first half an hour you thought, I'm up for this. This is so far this is brilliant. That when it showed you Reggie in the hospital, the boyfriend.
Forgot to say spoilers, didn't we?
Yeah,
spoilers.
I thought I'm on board with this. I like the way this is going. Like I thought the way I thought it was going well.
Well, when Mike Lowry got shot, I had goosebumps all over my body. I was like, fuck it. Obviously, we know he's not going to die, but I was still, Jesus Christ, Mike Lowry's been shot. What's going to happen here? Is it going to be Martin Lawrence? Who I was so intrigued, and then it just slowly fizzles out. Tell you one problem I had with it, right? And you'll see kind of where I'm coming from this. So, the title, Bad Boys, is those guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
There wasn't many scenes for me. So it's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for example. The new films are shit, but any key scenes where you have those guys, it's the characters that work. It's the characters and the sort of, science behind them. They split them up for a lot of film.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
So where's the bad boys? Where's the camaraderie? Where's the sort of... Do you know what I mean?
To me, what would have made more sense, what I was thinking they should have done, is had Martin Lawrence already been retired. Because Martin Lawrence weren't up for that, like, running around. He weren't really up. I thought he'd had a stroke, me. Seriously.
His speech was very slurred, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
I would have had him as retired. Like, Will Smith as
they effectively do at one point in the film, don't they?
top cop, and then he gets shot, and Martin Lawrence comes back to solve what happened to him.
A massive problem I've got with this film that I just couldn't get over it, and I kind of want to. I'm going to use another film as for me a perfect example.
Is it Teenage Mutant Ninjas 2: Return of the Ooze?
But I'm going to try and see if you can remember this scene and what it is, and I'm going to struggle to remember this. So
I remember most of the scenes.
So it says, "Come on, let's go home. Let's go home. He's not worth it. He's not worth it. Leave it. You're right. Come on, go home." I'm going to try not to give you a major clue. It says, "Yeah, you're right. I mean, he's too dangerous for us. He's too dangerous. He'll kick our ass. You're right. Go home, see the wife." Yeah. And he says, "Wait a minute. How did he do that? How did he do that with my gun? Just disarm my gun in one hand. How did he do that?" "You're right. We better go ask him. Come on, let's go ask him." How old?
It's really good.
How old? And that, so, like, come on. This is Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon 4.
That's Lethal Weapon 4.
With Jet Li.
Lethal Weapon 4, right? Two cops, well into game, on back end of it, who make jokes that they're too old for it, la 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 la. But they have a gritty, badass, brutal. Can you remember the scene when Mel Gibson's arm comes out of socket? Because he's kicking fucking at her, and he's smashing it on the wall because he's beating his mate up. So Riggs puts it back in his shoulder. I've watched it, and because I wanted to get a feel of Bad Boys 3, sort of, like a new...
Yeah.
And I thought, what the fuck are they talking about all the way through the too old? They're not too old. Will Smith's just turned 50, and he's in the healthiest... He looks healthy, he's in his prime. Lethal Weapon 4, that is still a badass, brilliant ending that is brutal, well choreographed. The ending of Bad Boys 3 was diabolical. I wanted to see something like that with them two together. That whole, how did he disarm my gun? I don't know, let's go ask him. That's camaraderie. That's them two in a fight. They're in the zone. Where were that? There were nothing like that in Bad Boys. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
They're not too old. They're in the 40s, 50s. You know what I mean? And if they can pull a good film with Lethal Weapon 4 or 3, I know 3's not great. But do you know what I mean? Where is the whole... It was CGI. Them two weren't even fucking. They were the ammo scene. I just thought,
So
what is this?
what did we think of the villain in Bad Boys for Life? Obviously, you kind of had two. You had the witch woman, which
she didn't really do
felt
well,
to me
did
like
she?
it was straight out of Suicide Squad. It was just odd, and it made no real difference to why was she a witch. It made
Why
no,
did she escape?
It was no major plot
What
point,
did
was
she?
it?
There was no need for her
Yeah.
to escape.
Yeah.
And obviously, you had the son as well.
Was she
What
the
did-
brains
what-
behind it? Was he the
What
brains
did
behind
you
it?
think to those two? Obviously, the villain from the first one. Who was the villain from the first one again? I can't remember. It's just that drug lord, isn't it?
it's
That drug dealer.
Martin Lawrence.
Baptiste.
Martin
Yeah.
Lawrence and Will Smith have a few weeks before the film. It's like 200 million drug thing, innit? 100
Yeah.
million, and then
And
they
they
steal
steal
it
it
back. So
And
that's
obviously, in the second one, you had this huge drug lord, this like Colombian drug lord, who was shipping ecstasy and the massive drug baron who you would never cross. And then in the third one, it just seemed like they'd plucked this story from mid-air and gave the origins to it from 30 years prior,
Well,
before
they
the events
seem
of Bad Boys
to-
1.
they
I just
seem-
didn't really get on board with that, with the
They
bad
seem
guy.
to pick a mix from the second one, because the second one is so loved. And I thought the woman was the daughter of that guy from
Yeah, I did as
So
well.
that obviously she was a lot older.
Well,
not a lot older, but
Yeah.
fair obviously was older. But that
You
would
thought
have
there were
made
gonna be
some
some
sense
connection.
if that would have been the reason. The story of why. I'm not going to say it. I'm not even going to say it because even though we said spoilers, it's so stupid. It's so unbelievably like chucked in just to make sense of. It's like about family, isn't it?
What's stupid? Sorry, what exactly is stupid?
The woman's origin, who she is,
love child.
Yeah.
and how she's linked to Will Smith, and that. I'm not going to even ruin it. I'm not even going to ruin it on here because it's so stupid. I don't want to speak
When Will
it.
Smith, when they tell the story back and he was going under a different alias,
It's
what
just,
was the
but
point?
it's just, I was straight out of academy, so I went into like the worst undercover job ever. Just absolutely stupid. I mean, you see how old he is in Bad Boys 1. It must have been about 12. Do you know what I mean? It's so daft
When
and stupid.
when you watch Thurston though, them two have been together for years.
Yeah, exactly.
Grown up together.
Yeah, no, they come out to academy together
Exactly.
because they have pictures.
Yeah.
It's just so
The thing
stupid.
that got me as well is Will Smith didn't even have it confirmed it was his son because Martin Lawrence says, "Come on, you don't know. You don't know. It could be anything."
could have
And
been
then he
anyway.
says that he was born 9 months after we got
it's just
together.
stupid.
It's just like, really?
It's
And then
all it-
obviously this kid has assassinated the captain and all these other
Yeah.
people, and Will Smith still says
Well,
to
it's
him,
like-
"I'm going to be there for you."
Yeah. Well, it's all
Stupid.
about the fact is that Martin Lawrence is now a granddad. And it's all about family. And now, even though sort of like Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2, Mike Lowry is everybody wants to be like Mike. Now it's like, well, no, they don't because it's a lonely life and he's got no family and he's got no things. Oh my God.
It's come back to
He
bite
has.
him in the ass.
He has.
Classic storytelling.
Shit. Absolute
I didn't like. There were
shite.
so many set up bullshit scenes that just didn't lead.
No.
You know the whole. You know when they're on that rooftop and they're shaking hands. One last time. That come out of nowhere and all.
It was stupid.
I didn't want to hear
Ammo, stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Ammo were beyond stupid.
I tell you something. You know, when you look at these films, and you think, what are they planning to do? Where they wanting to go? Right. The end of that film screams franchise to you, doesn't it?
No, I tell you, it screams Bad Boys 4. We're everyone except Martin Lawrence. No Martin Lawrence, but you've got Ammo, Will Smith, and Son.
But that ain't gonna work because that's not Bad Boys.
No, it's just so far away.
That's not gonna work. And even if so, obviously at the end of the film, spoiler: Will Smith goes in and recruits his son, saying there's something come up if you want to get out of prison. He's murdered the captain, every other high-ranking police officer.
an high-ranking judge.
The son of a gangster who's involved in gangsters. Why on earth?
But do you know where it seems as though it's going? It seems as though it's going the same daft way Mission Impossible went. because that was far removed from where it originally started. It seems it's going Fast and Furious way, and now we've not just got cops.
So
we've got super cops, ammo.
Can I just pick you up on that?
Well,
Fast and Furious has got to be one of the biggest franchises out at the minute. They're doing a concert to reveal the trailer for the 9th film. Like I think the trailer's dropping next week. This concert's happening next week. It's grossed millions and millions and millions. Do you think it's a bad thing that the Bad Boys is basically trying to imitate what Fast and Furious has done?
Well, if you think about it, you've got to applaud Fast and Furious. As much as people hate it, and it is Marmite.
It's a machine, isn't it?
But which other film at number 9 then decides to throw a concert to premiere the trailer? No other film would be able to get away with it. Not even Halloween, not even like Nightmare on Elm Street 9 or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. There is no other film that could get to that.
At this concert, they've got Ludacris performing.
Yeah, Luda.
Cardi B, because she's in number 9.
Oh, she's not in shit.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Pitbull, I think he's performing because he's like Miami all over. That's
another thing I didn't like about Bad Boys.
So just to answer my point before we move on, is it a bad thing that Bad Boys is going to try and... It looks as though it's following that.
But it's not Bad Boys. It's not Bad Boys anymore, though, is it?
So go on, what were you going to say?
So the main thing it were missing for me, by the way, were Michael Bay. Needed Michael Bay.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Cheesy over the
top. It's like you've got the same ingredients, but you put one in oven and you put one in microwave. But you're going to get two very different cakes.
What I was going to say, is naming all these big hip hop stars is when Mike Lowry's just recovered from being shot, and he puts his suit on, his tailored suit.
Yeah.
Walks down the streets of Miami, even though he's a wanted man, dangerous as fuck. Mike Lowry don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That scene is nothing but to introduce DJ Khaled.
They don't put him into protective custody or give him protection.
Nothing at all. But that scene was only to introduce DJ Khaled.
Why am I yelling?
Why is he in?
Not to be fair. I said to be fair, and I don't want to be fair. He got shot about 4 times in his stomach. And you wouldn't have thought that by like half an hour later into film, would you? Do you know what I mean?
No. Diving apart.
I didn't like it when DJ Khaled were in it. I thought it was really stupid. Maybe we just are negative.
Just everybody seems to they've brought Bad Boys back, and then it's like everybody's trying to jump on bandwagon.
I mean, explain to me what Ammo's about. Why
There's one word to define ammo.
Franchise.
No, diversity.
Why do we need that?
They added more characters into it.
White
just
guy.
to be diverse.
Chinese guy.
Stroke American guy.
Yeah.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah. Tall woman with dark short hair.
Yeah. Thing is though, with that, Will Smith's got history and relations with that woman. They secretly love each other and all.
Yeah, but that weren't even. It was just mentioned. There weren't no
killing myself.
Did he go out with her? How long did he go out with her? What were going on?
And
Is it just like he banged her?
Was it her that shot the witch woman?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably what the whole plot.
Well, I thought they were building her up to have a fight with witch woman.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, like she said, I'll kill myself.
A bit of girl on girl.
At the end, when they're talking, and obviously, dude's got rage issues. He once battered somebody, and he's never been violent since. He loves his computers. And hey guys, so I talked to my therapist, and he says we can have group therapy sessions starting next week. And I thought they're all going to laugh at me, and this is a bit of a play on mental health. And they go, "Oh, cool, yeah, we'll do that." Yeah,
but then you know that guy is going to do something extremely violent near the end of the film, which he clearly does.
That is nothing.
He sworn off violence. Hang on a minute. I think he might do something violent.
When they're all jumping up and down at the end of the film because they get to go and do group therapy together, I thought, fuck me.
Did you guys realise how she escaped?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I saw it coming, yeah.
Did you? Seriously, as soon as he looked down, I knew. I thought, hang on, have you not seen Silence at Lambs?
Well, I couldn't remember it from Silence at Lambs, but I did see it coming straight away.
Did she actually put her face on?
No.
I can't remember.
She just put clothes on and just covered herself in blood.
And put other one in washing machine.
It's ridiculous, Silence at Lambs, where he slices his face and puts it on.
Yeah.
So anyway, Bad Boys. What would we give it out of 10?
I give it 5. 5 because it's halfway to a Bad Boys film.
I give it 4. And I liked it more than you, and I still give it 4.
You know what? I'd give it a 4 as well, but I think the average cinema goer is probably going to give it a 7 or an 8 because I think, like you say, it falls into that category of Fast and Furious, and that's what modern day cinema goers.
Do you know why though? Because they're not up to date on original Bad Boys. They're different films.
Regardless of what we think, Bad Boys is actually Bad Boys for Life is officially a hit. It's doing really well.
God.
I had a look online. It's made $112 million in 4 days, which is pretty good.
What would it cost?
I think $90 million it cost to make. Right. So I think it's definitely going to make money. One thing I wanted to talk about, and I know we've briefly mentioned it before, so I kind of want to expand on it a bit. Would we say, and let's not try and make this all about Bad Boys, but would you say that Will Smith is kind of on his way out as a lead man?
Yeah, but...
No, I don't think he is.
I would say it's just picking wrong choices. Now, to me, he's still a leading man. But it's just the choices in the films he's made have not been particularly good.
Yeah.
If you give him one massive hit, and I'm not saying Bad Boys, but if you give him a massive hit, he'll just be back up there. And to me, he is up there because everybody loves Will Smith. It's because everybody loves him. So he can do Gemini Man. He can do a lot of shit, and people will still love him.
Can you think of any lead actors of our kind of generation who are no longer bankable lead actors, people who've kind of fallen from grace? I tried to have a think, and there were 2 that kind of sprung to my mind.
Do you know who shoots to my mind? Only films we grew up watching. And I'm not saying he's a great actor, but at one point he were in everything. Brendan Fraser.
There's loads of character people that there's absolutely tons. I'll tell you, I'll name alone now. Tobey Maguire. What's his name from Avatar, who were in everything.
Sam Worthington.
What happened to him?
Yeah.
There's loads that you'll see. You'll watch films from a certain time, maybe a 5-year gap, and they'll be fucking everywhere. And then they'll just disappear.
Yeah. There were 2 that I was thinking of, and I was thinking really
go on.
People who could make a film, and that film would make $1 billion. Obviously the people you've said.
I mean, look at Eddie Murphy. We know he's just been nominated for that new one, but what's he done?
The 2 I was thinking of, I don't know if you'll agree with me or not. Johnny Depp. I think his reputation.
No, because I still think Johnny Depp, you can still drag him out.
Thing is with Johnny Depp, I love Johnny Depp. Right, he is one of my all-time favourites, but he needs a massive comeback movie.
Yeah,
he does.
To me,
he hasn't done a great film in about 20
Johnny
years.
Depp,
that's precisely my point. Is he on his way out?
No. I think you think there's certain different types. There's people who have made it. Johnny Depp, Will Smith will always be icons, will always be stars. Always. I don't care what they do, even if they disappear now. But then there's people who disappear. Brendan Fraser, Tobey Maguire, Sam Worthington.
I know what you're saying, but those people
who are up and comers suddenly have 27 movies out and disappear. I know what you're saying, but to me, once you reach this certain point, it doesn't matter what you do. You will always be that star. Johnny Depp, Will Smith, Arnett, Sylvester Stallone, even Eddie Murphy.
That's not what I'm asking. They're always going to be legends. They're always going to be icons. But they're not bankable stars anymore.
No.
Disney have basically dropped Johnny Depp from the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. So what I'm kind of asking is, where they...
It's the recognition of the craft, isn't it?
It's not... To me, bankability and respectability is 2 different things. To me, you're only as bankable as your last good film.
Well, exactly.
And this is what happens with certain people like Sam Worthington.
Go on, mate, you tell me.
Look who's big at minute.
Last greatest film. What was his last great film?
Let's put it this way. If he'd have not been in those Pirates of the Caribbean movies over the last 20 years...
No, but he's got a lot of recognition. But,
he has.
But you look at who's popular at the minute. Downey Jr., Chris Evans, people that are in MCU.
Do you know?
All it takes is one
So-
film like Doctor Dolittle, and
Yeah.
he'll be on his ass.
You know Johnny Depp though. He had that new. Is it City of Lies or something? It was about Notorious B.I.G.
Body of Lies, I think.
No, that's a completely different.
No,
film.
that was Russell Crowe. Yeah.
It's basically it were a month off release. Trailers, posters. Somebody sued Johnny Depp for his erratic behaviour. Pulled it, cancelled it. It's gone. It's diminished.
Oh, I remember seeing
Doesn't
trailers
exist.
for that.
Gone. That was supposedly his big comeback film. He played a New York detective, and it looked good. Gone. Wiped him off.
Oh, look at Kevin
So-
Spacey.
There
All
were-
it takes is a bit of bad press.
Well, Johnny Depp's
They
had
do
more
say,
than his fair share of bad press.
there's no such thing as bad press, but there is. Look at Kevin Spacey.
Gary Glitter.
Yeah. The other actor that I had in mind, and I'm told. See, what I want. The point I'm trying to get across is, I know what you're saying, but I'm on about actors who are in the upper echelons of proper
Yeah, no, I know what you're
stratosphere.
saying. They would
So,
never.
Sam Worthington could not. Is not fit. He's nowhere near Johnny Depp's level. And the thing I'm asking is, do you think Johnny Depp is going to be the lead in a film that goes on to make $1 billion
No.
again? That's my point.
No.
Effectively,
He's now at that stage where you get him in as the villain, like in Harry Potter, and that's his big thing.
fantastic.
Yeah,
piece.
which will probably make $1 billion.
So effectively, for box office, we would say he's on his way out.
Never say
With
never.
As a headliner,
moneymaker.
as a headliner, yes.
Yeah.
No,
As an
no,
ensemble
no, I
piece
disagree.
person,
Disagree, because I'll give you two names.
Go on.
Right? Mickey Rourke, John Travolta. Do you remember Pulp Fiction
yeah, but
and The Wrestler?
no. What he's trying to say, and what I'm agreeing with, is them films didn't hang on them. Now the Wrestler were different. The Wrestler were an indie one. Pulp Fiction didn't hang on John Travolta. It were part of an ensemble piece. Now when it is comeback, of course it were. It got loads of rave reviews, but it wouldn't have mattered if he were in it or not.
Well,
what he's saying about Johnny Depp is a film which is basically led by Johnny Depp. He's the headliner. Could he still do that? And I agree with him where I don't think he can.
I think he can, but you can never say never, can you? You know what I mean?
You're right. The other actor who I was thinking of, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey for me is a prime example of somebody who was the upper echelons of box office, making mega hit after hit. And now, could he be the lead in a top film? I don't think he could. And the idea I'm trying to get across is it's almost a bit of a shame because the best days are behind him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that happens to every
it's
actor.
not.
No, it happens. No, I agree with what he's saying. It happens to every actor, every single. So I'll turn this around and throw this back at both of you. So who is bankable now?
Well, that's what next question I
there's
wanted to
but
ask.
Can I just say though, with Jim Carrey and Johnny Depp, and we're using those as examples because they are two of the biggest names on planet Earth in this field, aren't they? Right. But the talent is there. The talent is there, isn't it? They haven't lost the talent.
No, but I think it's.
So it's all about the writers. If somebody comes up with great
I
material,
don't think it is about the writers. I think it's about the public. People's love of certain actors and certain things. Now, some people will carry on. I'll tell you one person who, Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that's a very good question, actually.
He will never stop being an headliner.
Now,
because he is the actors. DiCaprio.
well, let me lead you into this. How old do you think Johnny Depp is?
I think he's 55.
I'm going to go with 56.
56. How old do you think Jim Carrey is?
I'd go with 52.
No, 58. He started
58. It's 58.
Bloody hell.
Motherfucker.
Right, so
Oh,
the thing I want to kind of just discuss between you is those two are not even 60 yet, right? They're 50 odd, 56 and 58 now.
Can I just say though, by the way, people going about these oldies. Bill Murray's only like 67 or something. He's like not even a
69.
decade older. That's crazy.
So Will Smith is 51. I've got a few lead actors with their ages written down, and just the only reason I'm giving you their ages is because I don't think it's anything to do with how old they are, that they're
Just-
past the hill, over the hill or anything like that. Brad Pitt, he's 56. He could still lead a film. Well,
Yeah.
he did Ad Astra, didn't
Yeah.
he? It was in
that
Once
was
Upon a
shit.
Time in Hollywood.
Nominated for an Oscar.
Now this guy, Tom Cruise,
Well,
57,
definitely.
and
Yeah.
he's bankable.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, he's already said him. Matt Damon, he's 49, he's going to turn 50. So they're all kind of...
I wouldn't say Matt Damon could headline a film.
Do you not think?
No.
That's all he does, isn't it? I mean, he's just done Ford Ferrari.
Yeah, but that's, to me, he's not headlining.
That's Bale
that.
versus Matt Damon. Isn't
Yeah.
Christian Bale's on my list as well, but he's only 45. So I wanted
What
to
a legend
I wanted
he
to
is.
compare different actors with similar ages. And the question I want to put to you now is, what do you think an actor needs to stay right at the top? What do you think the recipe is for an actor to consistently make hit films and to be like relevant? Because let's face it, at the minute, Tom Cruise and Johnny Depp are on different pedestals when it comes to like bringing in money at the box office.
It's all about the content and the writing, isn't it? I mean, you look at Breaking Bad, one of the greatest shows of all time. Bryan Cranston is incredible in that, but only because of the writing. It's like Lewis Hamilton. He can drive a car better than an F1 a sport. He can drive these cars better than anybody else out there, but he can't do it unless the team behind the car make it keep improving things. It's all about choosing the right project, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
See, I don't know. And I don't think anybody knows. I don't think these guys know. Because the only thing I can kind of think it is likability. Because I tell you this now, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Tom Hanks, brilliant actors, but they've all done stinkers.
Oh,
They've all done films that... but that hasn't stopped them from then still being... While with other actors, it has. So is it public perception? I mean, them last few Mission Impossible films, I could have done my art and tell you the truth. Has that had an effect on Tom Cruise getting a headline film? No, not at all. Is it because he's loved? Is it because Brad Pitt's loved? Tom Hanks is loved? Now, Jim Carrey, some people can take him or leave it. Same with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
So is it about public perception? Is it, if that guy is loved, people will roll into cinema to watch him, and that, because it's all about money, isn't it? It's all about money. It is.
no, yeah, it is all about money, but I mean, what was Jim Carrey's last big film that people still all went to watch?
I think his last leading comedy, I think it was Yes Man. And even
No,
then,
It's
that
ain't a
weren't
bad
great.
film.
Well, it were here, then Dumb and Dumber 2, obviously.
That was shit.
Well, it weren't a bad film, but it weren't The Mask. It weren't Ace Ventura. Do you know what I mean?
Well, those days have gone, when he were a walking cartoon. I'll admit that. Back in 90s, The Mask...
I'll tell you the last best film he did. Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
That's debatable.
That's brilliant, that. I love that film.
Those days are gone. But like I say, the talent's still there, and it's all about the... I mean, who would have guessed that Joaquin Phoenix were going to be $1 billion pulling? Do you know what I mean?
See, some actors have been
Never
around...
say never.
Some actors, yeah, I think that proves your point. Because some actors, he's been around for ages, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, he has.
Ages. And now he's getting that... He's always had recognition, because I
Put it
think
this
a lot
way.
of actors... actors like actors. And I would say Joaquin Phoenix is in that list.
100%.
But now he's got that recognition that he should have had a long time ago.
He's one of them actors that when you go to Asda and you disappear from food shopping and you look at DVDs just to get an idea of a film you might watch, his name is usually in 3 or 4 DVDs you've never even heard of.
Yeah.
He does that many random indie films.
Yeah.
Now look at him. Billion.
But he'll do them films, and he's probably one of them that don't turn up to events, don't turn up to a showbiz party.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, it almost comes across like an everyman kind of, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
up his
yeah.
head. Yeah, so because they're all similar ages, it were a question I wanted to ask because, like you say, it happens to every actor. But I just wondered if I just wanted to hear your opinion on why at certain times some actors just seem to disappear off the grid and others are consistently at the top. But who knows?
I think the only thing that I can really pin it on is public perception and public light, because it's like the public and the cinema viewing public are like a flock of birds.
At the end of the day,
if they flock away, then you flocked.
At the end of the day, it's the quality of the film in it and the studio behind them and public perception. So what have we watched this week then, since other than Bad Boys, which we've just spent a while talking on? Tony, I know you've watched a couple of things.
I finally watched Irishman. Brilliant film.
I need to finish it.
You need to, because it's... I'll tell you this now, it was 3.5 hours. I'll tell you what I did do. I put Aquaman on to give Aquaman, and I don't dislike Aquaman, but I started watching it, and I just excuse me, I just thought, I can't be arsed. I cannot be arsed with this. There must be another film that is worth my time more than this. And I'm not dismissing Aquaman. I didn't dislike it. I liked it. But I just thought there must be something better than this. So I put Irishman on, and I tell you what, it was brilliant.
Yeah, I loved it. I just thought... I thought how they'd angled that film and the way they looked in the different parallel timelines and how it connected.
I think that's a film that you really need patience and understanding.
I don't even think, because you think, Henry tells you the worst thing about that film
was the hype.
Is the hype and the fact is that people tell you that it's 3.5 hours, so you keep away from it. I tell you what, once it's on, you just go with flow,
it's
and
funny,
it is so you just want it. You're engrossed with characters.
People say it's right long, 3.5 hours long, and then go and binge a TV show in
a
day or two.
It didn't feel long.
And that can be like 10
that's
hours.
What I mean by patience, though. Just sit and watch it.
First 10 minutes of Aquaman felt long. 3.5 hours of Irishman didn't feel long at all.
I watched the Aaron Hernandez NFL documentary on Netflix, and I love court stuff, real stuff, like factual stuff, documentaries. You should watch it. It's so captivating. It's like the big thing on Netflix at the minute. Go and watch it. It's really, 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 really
so
good.
So how's it done? Is it done?
Well, it's done. It's in court with him. It's showing the trial, showing all evidence they got, how he came to be 20 odd, right? $40 million in bank and one of the most successful sports teams in the world. Yet you shot 2 people in the head a month ago. Nobody knows. It's unbelievable. You should watch it. I like that kind of stuff.
So has he pleaded guilty, or has he said it went out to do with him?
Well, of course he pleaded not guilty, but I can't tell you anything about it.
Right.
You should
How long was that?
They're only an hour.
3 episodes.
Oh, I might have a look at that.
I really enjoyed it.
It's fucking brilliant. And in fact, I watched 3 episodes and I thought, when you're that absorbed into something, I thought, because it was showing you CCTV of him in his house. The night his mate got shot and he was arrested for it, he deleted loads of footage from the CCTV in his house. Yet there were one night walking around his house with a big fuck off gun. Didn't delete that, and he's just walking around, massive pistol. And you're seeing a view into his life, but it's a sad story at the same time. But it's very good.
Some people are crackers.
Chris
Absolutely
Benoit.
Crackers.
It's very similar to the story of Chris Benoit. Remember that?
Yeah.
When he's killed and strangled his wife and son.
Well, his other son's wrestling.
Yeah,
now.
I watched an interview on that the other day.
Yeah.
That's on our other podcast, Forget Work, Watch Wrestling. Have you watched anything else? Anything spring to mind?
I'm still on with Witcher, but that's a challenge.
Oh, watch first episode at Witcher.
I won't mind giving it a try.
It didn't grip me straight away because it had a lot of eye.
Another thing for me is I'm that destroyed by Game of Thrones. I'm thinking to get into something like this again, to build. But we'll see how that
it's
rolls.
sort of more sword and sorcery. Do you know what he didn't have enough of for me? Henry Cavill.
Well,
I needed more Henry Cavill.
What, really? In the first episode, is he not in it as much?
Yeah, he is in it, but I needed more. I needed basically more fighting, more sword and sorcery, and more Henry Cavill to me.
Yeah, I mean he's fantastic in it.
He's
Tell you what I've got to watch. What I've got, Doctor Sleep. I got it.
That film's brilliant.
I put it on.
I've got it
but
ready to watch.
Kept bloody I just couldn't watch
Hey,
it.
I got it in 4K.
Kept being
I would
interrupted.
really recommend, from when I went to see it, I watched The Shining on Halloween night, and then the day after I went to see Doctor Sleep. Definitely, if you can, watch The Shining first, and then watch that as soon as you can after, because some of the things that happen in Doctor Sleep, and I really mean discreet, subtle things, are straight out at Shining.
Yeah.
Even the way, and I don't want to give anything away here, even the way some rooms are set up,
Yeah.
and I don't even mean the hotel or this,
Yeah.
just kind of like the how things are
I will
decorated.
give it another go.
I
That's
don't-
another go. I tell you, with that, I attempted to watch and got interrupted, and I started watching Peanut Butter Falcon and got interrupted and didn't finish that.
Great film, that. So, yeah, back to my question at the start. Now that we're at the end of the podcast, any films with 21 in the title?
21 Dalmatians.
How many of you got
Oh,
there?
no, there's gotta be, is there a James
1,
Bond
2,
film?
3, 4, 5. I had 6.
And we
But then
got
you
2.
said 21 and over.
I'm thinking
Which
Alright.
makes 7. I've not heard of 21 and over.
Guy Ritchie film or something to do
21
with
Aces?
Nah, I said that
Smoking
earlier.
Aces.
There's
Oh,
what's
that's
that?
it.
There's, when do a rock and roller come out? 21. There was
There is one called 21, which I'm sure is about.
Yeah, it's a Kevin Spacey.
which is
film,
about,
isn't it?
yeah, Kevin Spacey. It's about thingy. I'm sure that's called 21.
What? Back in that Lucky Number 11? No.
No.
No, it
I'm
teaches
sure
their
there's
kids.
one. Have you done any research on this?
Teaches
Yeah, I
kids-
googled films with 21 in title.
There's one called 21. Because it's about, like, pontoon.
Well,
Oh, bloody
have you
hell.
got any that are
What
on
is
my
it?
list?
I googled films.
Yeah, I googled films.
I googled films with
We-
under 21s.
What the hell would be wrong with that? That's perfectly legal.
Right.
Yeah, so...
Have you thought her out? I've done 3 already.
Well,
Not
you've
me,
done
have you?
one that were on my list.
Yeah, well, your list is
21,
judge,
21 Ways to Die in the West.
No. Go on, then.
Well, there were one come out last year, towards end of year, at cinema.
No.
It was directed by the Russo brothers.
21 Bridges.
Oh, yeah, I'd have never got that.
There's a Mark,
That's we Chadwick Boseman
yeah,
in.
there's a Mark Wahlberg film.
Oh, fucking hell, what's that called? It's got thingy from Walking Dead and all. Oh my god.
I think it's got Denzel Washington in it as well.
Oh, 21 Guns.
Oh.
I got one film.
It's not called 21 Guns, it's called 2 Guns.
There it is.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check that online.
That
It
is
is
called 2 Guns, it's 2 Guns.
Why did that tricked me?
Yeah.
That tricked me.
2 Guns, this list is shit.
Shenanigans!
Yeah, shenanigans!
21 grams.
Oh yeah, there is one called
21 Guns. The film is about Mark Wahlberg and Denzel.
No.
The 2
I
Guns.
got
2
it from the
guns.
list. Listen,
Your
don't
list
check it out
is
with me.
shit.
Check it out with Google. Turn this off as well.
Yeah.
21 Days. I've never seen it either. Then 21st Century Romance.
Right. So when I did this other week about birthdays, and I said about films with birthdays,
Did you make it up as
there
well?
were about 50 films with birthdays in, but 48 of them you'd never heard of, like
Right.
Happy Birthday, Derek, and something like that. Joe likes straight to video. He's just put all the ones that no fucker's ever heard of.
And it's got a 2-in
Yeah,
title.
and the ones that anybody has heard of, he hadn't even got on his list.
If you know what, if you hadn't twigged that, then we'd have sounded like right fucking idiots.
Which one?
21 Guns.
21 Guns.
21
2
Guns. It's a song by Green Day, and they did a music video for it. So it's,
Right, 2 Guns is the film. The Kevin Spacey film 21 and 21 and over. I gave you a clue on that one. I said it last week.
I'm gonna. Well, anyway,
This has just
I'm
failed.
gonna check it online, and then next week we can name films with 22 in title.
Yeah. 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
And then don't start putting all films with 22 in, because they'll just be films that have, like, you've never heard of in here. Can't put them on your fucking list.
Right. Anyway, thanks for listening, everyone. If you're still here, go on.
I just
You're
want
dying
to say,
say
no,
He's
I
sweating.
just want to say, if you are listening, please spread the word because we enjoy doing this and we want more people to listen. So
Yes.
if you are listening, tell your friends, spread it online.
And tune in next time.
Follow our Instagram. Forget where to watch films. Bye.
Peace out.